Welcome to Entrepreneurs En Fuego. This is our second week with very distinguished guests. Entrepreneurs En Fuego, where our entrepreneurs get naked. Did they tell you about that?
I did not hear that. I never signed that release on that one. So
they get naked emotionally.
Okay, I think I can handle that then.
Please, please. Taylor, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Tell us. I'm doing spectacular. I'm doing real well.
Awesome.
It's Friday. It's good. July the what?
17th already.
July the 17th, 2015. Already, man. Where is this month going to?
Flying.
Tell us about yourself, man.
Well, I'm the owner of Financial Potion. We provide high-quality video production for business owners like yourself. And
Yes.
As you can see, I'm representing over here because we love working with you.
You know, we have a tradition, and I'm not going to say what the tradition is that we're building here with Entrepreneurs En Fuego, but you will be, you're going to get a two for one. You're going to get a nice surprise toward the end of this thing. But this is really cool. Tell me a little bit about what Financial Potion does.
Well, we go into businesses and we just help them attain high quality videos. You know, video is just a way to communicate and educate with your contacts, and so we do it for them in a really inexpensive way because we just want to help people reach the masses.
So what services? So I'm a business owner and I'm seeking to get I don't have that much budget. I want to get a video of something. What is it that you do?
Well, we walk you through it. So we'd say, what kind of video do you want? Do you want to just have a video, giving an overview of your business? Or do you have an event that you're providing? Do you have a radio show that you're hosting that you want to obtain video of? We really break down what your business is currently doing and how you can monetize, yourself, how you can clone yourself, whether it's just getting that introduction out there, sharing about your products and services, or even having testimonials promoting you.
I think it's really powerful what you do because I've seen you at different events. And with your partner, you guys are carrying your equipment and you're interviewing people, you're recording what goes on. But it's not just the video aspect of it, right? It's the production that goes behind the actual footage that you take.
Oh, most definitely. We do not want any video to collect what I like to say digital dust. We want to make sure you're getting it on a YouTube channel. We want to make sure that you're marketing it correctly. We want to make sure that you're actually sharing this video because what's the point of spending money unless you're going to share it, right?
Right. All right. And so who came up with the name Financial Potion? Because when I think about a video company or an advertising or marketing company, the last name that comes to my mind is Financial Potion. So how does that come out?
Well, it was really hard. That's definitely a true story. It was the hardest thing to decide. It wasn't a hard decision to decide to start a business. It was just, what the hell are we going to call ourselves?
Right.
And so I came up with the phrase, video is the potion to relieve business owners of their financial worries. And then we're like, oh, well, Financial Potion. It's a little obscure.
Right.
It's a conversation starter. Normally when I'm at a networking event, they go, "Oh, Financial Potion, you're a financial advisor," and I go, "Not quite. However, I advise that you get a video for your business." So it's a great conversation starter. It's a little different. Maybe not the best with the SEO, but we're working on it, with our content. So
okay, so yeah, because that was one of the things I always want. How do you go from a video company to have a name like Financial Potion? And I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah, it's more just the phrasing behind it that we feel video is that potion.
But it's a really cool name. How long have you been in the business?
We've been professionally working with each other for 5.5 years. However, we've only had our business for just a little over a year. We just celebrated our year anniversary. So
congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations. So when you say 5 years in the business, is it what got you started into this particular industry? Because 5 years doing the video or with the same team? Or?
With the same team. So
okay.
I've actually been studying video production since I was a little girl, 16 years old. I actually
what did you do? Did you have a little Polaroid camera that your mom gave you and you just shooting pictures around?
A little bit, but also I love telling stories. So there was this competition where you submit a story and then you could be a part of this organization called Fresh Films.
Okay.
So they polled people from all around the state, so myself and 9 other people from around Maryland, because I was in Maryland at the time, got together and we did a video. That next year they picked the strongest female out of each city to then join girls in the director's chair. I actually had 8 other females against me in the same city, but they chose me.
Oh,
so
man.
that really kind
I didn't know that.
of felt really good, and it made me realize like maybe I'm good at this. Another part of that girls in director's chair moment that made me realize maybe I'm good at this is we were behind schedule. Everyone was able to direct a scene. After my scene, they said, "Oh my gosh, that was so organized. We're on schedule again." So it's just those little things that I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm good at this. Maybe, and I loved it and I had a great time. So then I just kept pursuing it, kept learning. In high school, I went to a different school half the year to get certifications. So just right along into it.
What makes you good?
I would say my persistence, my communication skills, and organization skills.
So when you see, is it hard for you to kind of get inside the client's mind and trying to guess what that client really wants out of the video? I mean, is that the hardest part?
Not after a conversation, because every time we start with a project, we always start with a conversation. I like to interview them. I'll do my online research, stalk them on Facebook and
Right.
LinkedIn. Get to know them
Right.
online as well, and then eventually, I would say normally a half hour into a conversation, I am so excited and I'm inside their mind and I'm spitting out ideas that they wanted to create into video, but they just didn't know how to communicate it correctly.
Right, and I think that is what's hard about perhaps your business or your clients is that, all right, I have this idea, this what it sounds like, at least in my head, a great idea, and I have this whole production going inside my head, but it's not until somebody like you that comes in and says, okay, I think what you want is this. Have you thought about maybe doing it like this or like this or like this? And when you put it that way, and I'll tell you, I mean, this is full disclosure because you are the producer or the videographer. Your company does this for Entrepreneurs En Fuego.
Yep.
And you came actually to the rescue and said, well, we can do this, that. And you laid it out in such a way, Taylor, that for me, and for our show producer, Frankie, we call him Harrison Ford,
Yes.
it was like, oh my God, that's the salvation. That is great. So you have that ability, and you had that since you were a little girl.
Apparently so, yeah, and I just kept adapting and I kept, getting great opportunities, and so I just have to thank my opportunities that I've gotten to get me to this point.
So what kind of background does somebody listening to this thing, somebody watching this thing and says, you know what, I'm a female, I want to, or male, and I want to be a videographer, a producer, I want to be able to shoot video. Where did they go to school? Is there a specific school that you go to? I mean, you had the passion, first of all. I mean, and I think
that's number one.
That's number one. You had the passion. This is what you wanted to do from the beginning. But is there a school, a trade place that you can go to? Or what?
There's a lot of different schools, but I've even found it really doesn't matter which school you choose. It matters how you act within that school. There's people I graduated with that aren't in film, because they didn't have that passion, they didn't have that desire to continue on. This is an industry that you have to continue to learn. We'll watch tutorials, we'll still do courses on lynda.com. This is an industry that's growing, that if you're not constantly learning the new technologies, the new tools that are out there, you're gonna be left behind. So, is there a particular college? There's plenty of colleges.
Okay.
How big is your wallet? Is really going to how you're going to decide your film school. I would have loved to have gone to USC, but I didn't have $60,000 a year to go there.
I gotcha. How fast is the technology changing in your field? Because you're talking about you're continuously trying to educate yourself and trying to keep up with the technology changes. How fast is that changing?
Every 6 months, it seems like. Every year, there's a organization, a convention called NAB. It's the National Association of Broadcasting. We went there last year, and every year there's new software, there's new cameras, there's new rigs. Every year, every 6 months, it seems like almost every couple of months there's a new lens.
Is it challenging to keep up from a financial point of view? Is it challenging to keep up with all? Because you look at you just bought an equipment last year. You go to this convention, and here it is. This is just a brand new equipment. I gotta have this toy. It's like the Apple products, right?
Yeah.
Every 6 months, it seems, you have to buy the new gadget, and you're like, wait a minute, I just spent $300 into this item. Is that the same thing that is happening?
It is really hard, and that's something where some people don't understand why video is so expensive. It's expensive because it's expensive for us. In order for our clients to have the best product, we need to make sure that we have some of the best equipment. Now, of course, Eric, my partner, he's amazing about doing research.
Yes.
He's not a person who's just going to go, oh, it's new, it's great, we got to get it. No, he weighs the options and go, you know what, we already have something just as good, or we can wait another 6 months because something better is going to come out. So,
somebody, and this is what I want to ask you, somebody that's starting out, real quick, do they have to go out there and buy the most expensive equipment in the world, or is it sometimes the person behind the camera, not the technology per se, but the person behind the camera, that passion will show? Definitely. Will manifest itself through the lens. Is that what happens?
It's so true. Because even with our clients, granted, I would love for them to hire us for every single job,
right,
but it doesn't make sense all the time. Well, testimonials, that's something where you should capture when people are giving you the praise. And so we do want to teach clients how to capture video on their own. Phones, honestly, can do a great job in the right setting for the right type of video. So you don't necessarily need to invest in the most expensive thing. Go on Craigslist. Honestly, go on Craigslist, help out people who are just trying to make a couple of bucks, and you can get some great equipment through Craigslist and even pawn shops, honestly. No, I'm not joking. So,
you're an entrepreneur, and you define yourself as an entrepreneur. You have meetings here at the office pile. What gets you up in the morning? What makes you tick? What keeps you going? What keeps you going? You wake up in the morning and you go, okay, this is what is motivating me today.
First of all, my cat Devious, he normally is my alarm clock. He wakes me up. So that wakes me up in
the
morning.
His name is Devious?
Devious, yes, that's one of them. The other one's Karma. So they definitely literally get me up. But then I'd say people. I love this job because I love that I get to meet all different types of people, learn about different types of industries. People really just, in Arizona, I don't know, it's so sunny out all the time. That's really made a big difference for me. The move, I moved from Maryland just because I wanted to get away from the snow, the cold, the humidity, the expensive living. So I'd say my cat, sunshine, and great people. And then my business partner.
What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest stress right now? I mean, if you wake up one day tomorrow and you say, tomorrow's Saturday, man, this is where I would like to be. And it's stressing me because I'm not there yet. What is that?
I don't know. I wish I just had a clone, just because I feel like there's so many tasks that, we could be doing. Someone could be cleaning my house, multiplicity. I can have my house cleaner, and then I can be the worker, and then, the play. But, really, we're right there. We want to own a home one day. I want to, do all that type of stuff, but we're right along where we want to be, and it's been a fun ride.
Where do you want to be in 3 years and in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
3 years and in 5 years. I don't know. I'd like to own a house with a pool in the backyard. I would like to be able to finish my screenplay I've been working on and actually be able to produce that. So that would require taking, some months off to focus on that.
I know a very good videographer that can help.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Right on.
Well, it's definitely it's going to be a feature, so it's a larger scale where within the next 3 to 5 years, yes, I would like that to be, in festivals and focusing some time on that. So that would be some couple months off from the regular business world.
Somebody starting their business right now, any kind of business, what kind of advice would you give?
I would say get really honed in on your mission statement. What is the product or service that you are offering, and who are the best people to reach out to, and then network like a mofo. Because it's all about networking. That's the only reason why we're in business, is because of people that we know, and then leveraging social media. Without LinkedIn, the second I announced that we're starting our own business and that we were owning it, people just came out of the woodwork that I've known from years ago. It's amazing how much people respect business owners and entrepreneurs. When I went to a different studio and people, you don't own it, they didn't really care. But once it became, you own your own studio now, people really come out. And so I'd say networking and leveraging those connections to follow up too.
At some point, you have to find that perfect balance. You're talking about multiplicity. You were talking about cloning yourself and everything else. And that's really hard for an entrepreneur. When is it that we are going to hire that next person who is going to do those tasks that I don't want to do, that are not, I should be doing some other things that are more productive, that are selling, that are where that's such a fine line, right?
We're on that teeter-totter right now. It's definitely something that it's hard to decide when to, is it worth money or is it worth hiring someone, or time? Money and time, it's a hard balance.
Cool.
So.
Did you see this fly in?
That flew in there out of nowhere.
Look, I noticed.
Styling.
This is pretty cool. I know that you're styling with one of the
yes.
cool office politicians, but I noticed your partner doesn't have one. So we're going to.
That's
give
a
one to
very
his
cool
partner,
one right
man.
there. He's gonna love that.
You know, we didn't have enough time. You know, I want you to come back again because your story. I didn't get into really the personal story that you have, and everybody has challenges, and I wanted to learn about your challenge. So we're going to want you to come back again. But it's cool to have you, man, because the story that you have, how you network, how you want to clone yourself, all the little tidbits and the passion that you have, I think are really important for our entrepreneurs.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me.
Did you feel naked today?
Just a little bit. I've told more of my story than I feel like I have. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.